It is 11:47 on a Tuesday night and your phone buzzes. An invite link. Private alpha group, early only. You tap it, and the chat you walk into feels exactly like a dark back alley. Cartoon avatars leaning against the walls. Somebody in the corner whispering when moon to nobody in particular. A guy near the door who is somehow selling watches from inside his coat. And up on a crate, holding court, a dev whose handle is Aladdin. Before you take one more step, the wasteland wants a word in your ear. Most new coins on this frontier do not survive. The graveyard is bigger than the bazaar. Remember that. Because Aladdin is about to look right at you, smile, and say the words, "You're early." Fall in carefully. The pitch. The coin is called carpet. Ticker, $CARPET. It doesn't just go up, Aladdin says. It flies. The chart on his screen is vertical. The chat erupts on cue, rocket emojis, screenshots of wins bigger than your rent, a guy named Moonlord69 typing LFG in all caps for the 9th time. Somebody asks a real question, where's the liquidity locked? And the message just vanishes, deleted. Aladdin keeps smiling. His avatar, you notice, is a stock photo of a man pointing at a laptop. His account is 11 days old, but the chart is so green, and that little voice in your head starts saying the most expensive sentence in the wasteland. It's different this time, and I'm early. You ape. Say it out loud with me because this is a training simulation and every number in it is round and fake on purpose. You put in $500, and for one glorious hour it works. Carpet doubles. Your 500 is 1,000. Moonlord69 congratulates you personally. Then Aladdin himself slides into your DMs. You're one of the smart ones. The real send happens when we hit the next 1,000 holders. Bring 2 friends. And it feels this is the trap. Feel it honestly. It feels like being chosen. It is not being chosen. It is being counted. You are not a member of this community. You are a line item in its exit plan. But you don't know that yet. The chart is still green. And that is exactly when the old console on your belt flickers on, uninvited, and starts running the reads you skipped at the door. Read 1, the mint. Aladdin can print more carpet whenever he feels like it. The supply you bought into is a suggestion. Read 2, the liquidity, the pool of real money under this coin that makes selling possible. It is not locked. It sits in one wallet, and that wallet answers to one man. And that man is currently telling a chat full of strangers to bring 2 friends. In the old world, they called that a red flag. Out here, we call it what it is. The floor of this building is rented, the lease is in the landlord's pocket, and the landlord is standing by the door. Read 3, the holders. The console pulls the ledger, and the ledger tells a story the chat never will. The top wallets hold most of the supply, and a cluster of them were all funded from one parent address minutes before launch. One hand, many gloves. Moonlord69, a glove. The wallet that congratulated you, a glove. Half the party in this back alley is one guy in a room, operating puppets, painting a crowd around a campfire that isn't there. If this simulation is already worth more than the 500 fake dollars you put into it, hit subscribe. It arms the next traveler who gets this invite link. Because what happens next happens in seconds, and you should see it at full speed. 1:03 a.m. You are asleep, and Aladdin goes to work. One transaction, the rented floor is pulled, the liquidity gone back into his pocket. The chart does not dip, it ceases. A vertical green line becomes a cliff face in the time it takes to blink. Your $1,000 becomes $11, and there is no button that sells it because there is nothing left to sell into. In the chat, Moonlord69 and every other glove evaporate mid-sentence. The pinned posts are gone. Aladdin's handle, deleted. The whole back alley folds up like it was painted on cloth, and you finally get the joke the wasteland was telling all along. The carpet was the rug. It flew, exactly once, straight out the door with everything on it. Morning, the autopsy, because this is the part that turns a loss into armor. Everything the console found you could have found in about 60 seconds before a single dollar moved. The mint authority, public. The unlocked pool, public. The one-hand wallet web, public on the ledger, free to read. Rugs are not clever. The ledgers say rug pulls have stolen billions in a single year, not because the trick is sophisticated, but because it is fast, and it farms the one thing 60 seconds of reading cures: the fear of missing out. Aladdin's entire business model was that you would not look. The reads are not homework. The reads are the toll, and it is the cheapest toll in the wasteland. And one more thing about Aladdin, the part his next victims never hear. The Marshals are real now. Federal prosecutors have charged rug pullers by name, wire fraud, money laundering, including crews that ran their heist right through the Solana ledger, the same public ledger that recorded every glove and every wallet they touched. The blockchain Aladdin used to rob the alley is the same one that testifies against him. Anonymity in the wasteland is a costume, and costumes come off in court. That will not get your 500 back tonight, but it means the game has a scoreboard now, and it means the reads you just learned are the same reads the Marshals run. You were not powerless. You were just unarmed. Not anymore. Next time the invite link buzzes, and it will, you walk in with the console on. Run the reads before the bag moves, the mint, the floor, the gloves. 60 seconds. Or let the forge run them at machine speed. Paste the coin, get the cold verdict free. Defy Warlord Forge.app link below. We provide the intel. You fight the war. If this back alley taught you something, pay it forward. Subscribe, hit like so the next traveler gets the warning before the invite, and fall in at the Defy Warlords Telegram, home-based chat and announcements channel, both below. The wasteland is full of Aladdins. Read first. Move out.